Well, here we are yet again with this drama from Scheana's show at the Bourbon Room because now Scheana and MJ, Mercedes Javid, have now entered the group chat and have broken their silence in a very shocking new episode of Shenanigans this morning, which rather than relay any of this myself, I figured I'll just play the actual clip from Shenanigans and react to it live. I was enjoying my morning. I was sleeping in. I slept in until 5:30. I was watching Real Housewives of Orange County, the finale. I didn't even get to watch the last few minutes because then my morning blew up with this podcast episode. So, what I don't like, here's the thing, and people keep wondering why I keep talking about this because it's my name and my reputation that continue to get dragged in all of this. And the liars and the traitors have now been exposed. But now I'm a little hurt by Scheana in all of this. But let's just listen to this clip on today's episode of Shenanigans and let's get into these shenanigans, shall we?
I saw that they were trying to.
Okay. Let's see.
Ask you about this just to switch gears a bit because I saw online this past week, there were two Bravo accounts going back and forth and posting your screenshots.
Okay. First of all, Scheana knows what she's doing. And listen, respect to Scheana. I have the utmost love and respect for Scheana. And I always thought Scheana and I have never had an issue. I know what she's doing. She has a podcast. She has a guest on. She has to ask about something that's relevant to this guest. I get that. But to then refer to me and Adam as just a couple of Bravo accounts, I'm sorry. I thought all three of us, like, I thought you and Adam had a better relationship than this. And I thought even though you and I are not friends, we're not going out for cocktails and drinking, but like, we have each other's phone numbers. We were just texting last week about a potential, doing another podcast crossover. So to then not even like, if you're going to talk shit about me, at least say my name, right? Destiny's Child, say my name, say my name, say my name. But to just vaguely be like some two random Bravo accounts, which even made me think, I'm like, am I just some random Bravo account? Because even though I do talk about Bravo on my show has never been a Bravo show. This is called No Filter with Zack Peter. And even if you look, I was like, I even looked at my Instagram account. And even if you look at my Instagram account, I have 3 interviews pinned, 3 of, my best interviews. One of them is with Whitney and Macy from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. One of them is with Erica Jane. Yes, that is a Bravo interview. And then the other one's with Jenny McCarthy. So for me, I'm like, I don't consider myself a Bravo podcast. Only one of my top interviews is a Bravo. Like, yes, I do cover a lot of Bravo, but to reduce me to just some Bravo account is fucking offensive, especially considering you know me, you know my name. Like, my thing is, it's like, if you're going to talk about me, then say my name because like it's just so demeaning and whatever. So I was already listening to that like what? Especially because I didn't even hear about, I've had times where people have said things on my show or I've done interviews or I've done a live show and something has been said about somebody else. And normally what I do is I reach out to that somebody else and I give them a heads up, right? I've done it with Scheana. I did it with MJ when Gigi was in my live podcast at the Bourbon Room in November of last year, and Gigi talked smack about Lala and Gigi talked smack about MJ. The first thing I did was reach out the next morning to MJ and to Lala and say, hey, by the way, just giving you a heads up. This was said. I don't want it to be taken out of context. I don't want you to think that this reflects how I feel about you. Like, I've always given the professional courtesy of giving other people a heads up because I've seen how things get taken out of context. They get spun, they become headlines. All of which happened after that show in the Bourbon Room, my Thanksgiving show at the Bourbon Room last year. Okay. So it's just the fact that I was a little hurt that I didn't get a heads up about this, and 2, that, like, I was reduced to just some random Bravo account, which, like, the first show that Adam and I hosted together at the Bourbon Room back in 2022, Scheana was in that show. which, by the way, I'm so grateful that a lot of other people have come to host their podcast live shows at the Bourbon Room. Adam and I were the first ones to ever do that. We were the first podcast to ever tape at the Bourbon Room, which opened them up to that whole podcast market. After ours was so successful, the Bourbon Room then started booking a lot more podcasts after that. I'm proud to say I've done three more live shows of No Filter. But let's keep listening. Because MJ's like, this is so crazy that my text messages where you were exposed as a liar were revealed.
Insane. It all went back to my show at the Bourbon Room over a year ago. And this was like August 2023. But I want to know who was being truthful. How did you get pulled into this? Like, I just want you to kind of set the record straight. And did you also give consent for them to post your text messages?
No.
Shady question. Yes, Adam and I spoke this morning. As I said, Adam and I are good. We squashed the beef. Adam and I talked about this all this morning. Asking, did you give consent? Like, you're already adding sauce to the chicken. But the thing is, this isn't a nice, fresh, juicy chicken breast. This is a bunch of chicken shit. And so MJ says, no, she did not give consent. But
Can you sue people for that? Because it was the first time that it made me wonder, why in the world would anybody post screenshots of somebody? Now, I haven't read the Instagram posts.
Bullshit, because I screenshotted them and texted them to her and she never responded to my text messages. And also, she has no grounds to sue Adam or I. The best she can do at this point is send us a cease and desist letter, which if you need to send me a cease and desist letter, go for it. But for Scheana to then be like, did you get consent for doing this? Like, what? And then for MJ to be like, can I sue for that? Like, are you kidding me? Like, now we're just adding unnecessary sauce for people that want to be like, we don't want to talk about this anymore. Like, hello. And also, I know that this is going to be taken out and be like, well, what about, Zach's now making this a bigger deal? You're still like, of course, I'm going to defend my name. Of course, I'm going to defend my reputation because of these text messages. Last year, this story then got planted and leaked to Dana Wilkie, and Dana ran a false, fake story about me. So I'm going to continue to defend my name. And hello, MJ has continued to be proven a liar because what do the text messages prove? That she was saying one thing to Adam and one thing to me. Liar.
I don't know what they posted.
Lies.
I saw that they were trying to
I sent it to her.
Themselves, saying like, well, you were drunk and then there was a fight and all of this happened. But I'm like, why are we talking about this again almost a year and a half later? We already talked about
and what
this
was strange was because both of them were saying that through the screenshots of the text message they were sending that you were on their side. Both of them. So I was like, how is this possible?
Right.
But also I'm like, why are we airing out text messages? Like, we never do that. Like, I would never post.
Hello, does that not happen on Bravo every fucking week? Every week you're seeing text messages and screenshots and people come to the reunion and they blow up their big screenshots of text messages. Like, why are we acting like this is such a crazy thing that people reveal text messages? Also, why are we gassing up MJ when MJ was caught lying? She's literally lying. She was talking out of two sides of her mouth. It's insane to me that everybody's clutching their pearls and acting like they're, oh, what? And don't get me started. And Kiki Monique wants to, don't get me started on her. I've heard the shit that she's had to talk about me behind the scenes. All these people want to act cute in your face and they want to act like we're all cute. And trust me, let's not go there.
Without someone's consent, because you lose all trust. I'm never going to message you again because vault.
You only post the screenshots of people you're fine not being friends with anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
If you need the receipts, I'm like, oh, bitch. Because I did check on you to make sure you got home safe, okay? Here's the screenshot.
Hello, she just herself said she had the receipts, that she's revealed receipts on people. Like, what? So why is that so crazy to me? Like, what? This is what's insane. I'm going to defend my character.
If you're getting a check and part of your job,
totally.
Yeah. Here's what I did see was a picture of me and a big opinion about it. Like,
yes,
MJ even said that so and so was messy. And I was like, that's not nice. About the other person. I was like, the fact is that I heard that they were two guys that used to be friends, had a falling out, and
Yeah,
everything
they
was-
did a live podcast show together that I was a guest on.
Okay.
So they did like work together.
Okay, this happened in what, April of 2022? Scheana was in that live podcast show at the Bourbon Room, and MJ was there. MJ was in my birthday show at the Bourbon Room last summer. So the fact that she's acting like, who are these two random guys? I don't know. Why are they talking to, like, literally what?
Okay.
And then they had a falling out.
And so what else do we have that we know about it? The screenshots didn't make me look bad, right?
No.
What I read from the screenshot, I went back and I looked at my texts rather than going on Instagram so that I didn't get triggered.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I did a nice job of defending in a positive way. Like, hope y'all work it out, check on
Read the text messages. That's not what she said.
each other, but it was like a huge falling out.
Yeah, one of them was saying that the other got really drunk and I think was even smashing, glasses.
Never
and had to be
happened.
escorted out by security. And they were saying that you were witness to him being escorted out by security. And they were posting the screenshots to show like that did not happen. And see, I talked to her and it was like, is this truthful? And you were like, no. And then it was like the other one was like, see, this is what I said. And like, didn't he get kicked out? And it was like, so I was like, what is
Got
the
it.
truth?
Well, what the one guy put on Instagram was
The one guy.
his version, And so when somebody
So
said,
fucking
is that
condescending.
what you said? The answer was no. And that is correct.
Oh, so
but
I was the one
They
guy that
just
she was referring to.
wanted, like, I'm very, flattered that I'm the judge, the jury, and the voice of the
You're not the judge, the jury, or the voice. You're the liar.
people to be like, if MJ says so, then it is,
Right.
Just, try to go out with a friend next time so that you won't feel like you're alone on an island, and always go to Scheana's podcast tours.
Yeah.
I did have a friend there that night that was completely sober and that validated my account of what went down.
Yeah.
I know. We need to do another one of those. I can't believe it's been over a year.
Yeah. I'm down.
Well, if things like this
Sit
happen,
down.
I don't
Right? Seriously.
Well,
bring out the
hello.
camera.
Yes.
I'll give the actual job, the actual receipts of what happened.
Yeah. Which one was it that Kristen and Gigi were on stage together?
The one guy, in other words, if Donna Bowling might as well just call me bitch. Also, have I not proven who I am? When you talk your shit about me, I'm always going to respond to it. That's who I am. Like, it's wild to me. But the fact that I had to find this out from other people that were DMing me this morning, when both of these people, all three of these people have my phone number, but they're going to act like they don't know who the fuck I am when they want to talk their shit about me. Like, that is wild to me. It's wild. And let's not get Bill Smith involved, okay? That's a little subtle hint to one of them. Don't think I don't know who Bill Smith is when Bill Smith wants to talk his shit in my comments. Bill Smith.
Oh yeah. I think
That was one of
it
those.
was one of theirs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So things happen.
Throw stones and act like your hands are clean.
That was like the falling out.
Oh, okay.
With her not defending.
And now they're bringing up my Thanksgiving show at the Bourbon Room that happened last November. And Scheana's saying that that was such a messy show because there was a falling out with Lala and Kristen as a result of that show. I talked to Lala the morning after. I've talked to Kristen. I've defended Kristen to Lala. Like, that whole situation, just.
Lala, when Gigi said whatever she said, Kristen didn't chime in.
Yeah.
Always drama at these live podcasts.
I
And it's
know.
live, there's
She
no
was pregnant.
editing.
She was pregnant.
Yeah.
So,
hmm
wasn't a good time.
No. Okay.
Maybe Lala should call Kristen.
Valley season 2. So there's a topic that I know.
Yeah. Listen, obviously, this is raw emotion that you're getting here. I found out about this morning. So it's all, just crazy. Crazy. Danny says, perhaps it's time and hell freezes over that you and Adam do a live together to fully squash this. We've squashed this. We've been talking on the phone. Like, Adam and I are fine. When we realized MJ was playing us both, and that's what really stemmed from this whole incident at the Bourbon Room, like, we're fine. We've let it go. I mean, listen, it's 2 years of stuff. So I think it's going to take a minute for the dust to fully settle. But if anything, this has brought us closer together. Oh, man. Lauren says, don't steal any more of Bill's content or they'll call you out on the next podcast. I didn't steal any of Bill's content. Bill Smith hiding behind a fake account called Bill Smith. Like, listen, like I said, people like to throw stones and make it look like their hands are clean. It is what it is. Joe says, all the talk from Bill Smith, what a shame. Yeah. Jasmine says, the aggressive eyelash fluttering I must need to use from now on. It's just wild to me. It's so, and just like so fucking offensive. And just like, listen, my issue, and I was like having this conversation, even when I was talking to Adam this morning, I'm like, I get it. Scheana has a job to do, right? Like, Scheana has a job, and I understand that she has to ask questions, and like part of her job is to talk about things, right? So I get that. But then he also reminded me, he's like, yeah, but this is our job too, to cover things. And when we cover things and people don't like what we have to say, then they get upset and they blow up at us. And then I was like, yeah, you're actually right. If we say something negative about them that they don't like, they then get mad at us for saying things. And they're like, you didn't get it right, or you took this out of context, or how dare you say that, or how dare you use this photo of me, or whatever, you know? And it's like, we have to hear it, because if we talk about them in a way that they don't like, but they can go and pretend they don't know us and totally talk shit about us and threaten to sue us. And like, really, that's where we're at now. Like, that's what we're doing. Really? It's just wild. Catherine says, Zach, why are you surprised by MJ's behavior? We know that she's two-faced. Sorry, but Scheana is not looking too loyal here either. She runs with the hare and runs and hunts with the hound. It's just like, to me, I'm disappointed that Scheana would do something like this and not give me the heads up, because I've always given Scheana a heads up if somebody said something negative about her. And MJ too. This incident happened at the Bourbon Room last August. MJ and I spoke on the phone in November when I gave her a heads up about what Gigi said about her on stage at my show. I've always given that professional courtesy. Always. So it's so, and I want to make it clear. I'm not like, oh my God, they want to act like they don't know who I'm not trying to say that I'm so special, but I'm also saying I know these people. I've spoken on the phone with them. I've been out. I've been like, we've hung out. Like, it's just, to me. And listen, I know my friendship with Scheana isn't that deep, but like, even her friendship with Adam is a lot deeper. Like, they talk about how they've known each other and been friends for like over 10 years. They used to work together at Sir. So even if you want to have no loyalty to me, to also throw him under the bus like that is also shady, And it's like, these people are just showing, like, this is shady, 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 shady. When my hands are dirty, I show you my hands are dirty. I show you exactly who I am. You want to call me messy? Here's some mess. That's who I am. I don't play this fake nice shit. I don't do this. Like, I don't do that shit. Never have, never will. That ain't me. Kristen says, I think Scheana is playing you both as well. I mean, I would hope not. Danny says, I know you guys squashed the beef, but the other rumors around it and the other people talking shit. What other rumors? I love Jeff Lewis, but won't listen to his show when MJ is on it. And trust me, the chumps that I've heard from that have nothing but not nice things to say about MJ, the ones that reached out to me and warned me about MJ, because they're like, she is two-faced and she does lie to people. And they reminded me about the Chaz Dean situation where she was like selling stuff online. I don't know. Listen, I never had an issue with MJ until I found out this mess and I found out she was lying to me. Don't lie about me and don't lie to my face, because when you do both of those things and then I see that tells me exactly who you are. Who is Bill Smith? Exactly. Who is Bill Smith? Will Bill Smith please stand up? I know who Bill Smith is. I know exactly who Bill Smith is. So when Bill Smith wants to troll me in my comments, I know where that's coming from. So if Bill Smith is watching this, I know you. Keep it cute on Instagram, though. Why won't they say your name? Because they wanna, I don't know, act like they're better than us in some way, like, "Why are we dragged into this?" What? Why are you dragged into it? If it's so insignificant to you, why are you even talking about it? Why are you giving it life? Brittany says Stassi was always right about Sheena. She will say whatever the person next to her wants to hear. That's the part that's unfortunate for me because, like, I always defended Sheena. Anytime people were like, oh, Sheena flip flops and Sheena plays both sides, I always defended Sheena when it came to Vanderpump Rules. I was always like, no, I think Sheena, I've looked back at anything I've ever said about Sheena on my podcast. I've always said Sheena has a good heart. She just wants to hear both sides. She doesn't want to cause any drama. And yeah, very rude to pretend like I don't know him. Yeah, like both of us. Like we you don't know us? Like what? We're just two random Bravo accounts. First of all, neither of our accounts are his name is Up and Adam and my name is No Filter with Zach Peter. Like those are the names of our shows. They're not Bravo centric. It's just wild to me. Is Adam mad at Sheena? I don't know. Listen, I know Adam addressed it on his channel today. I haven't listened to it yet. I had to tape Chef Stew's podcast. So I'm coming directly off of taping Chef Stew's podcast because he asked me to do that a couple weeks ago. Um, yeah. Also, the entertaining about suing someone is so wrong. She should have shut that down, especially if Adam is her friend. Suing someone that is not someone you throw it's not something you throw around. Yes, which also she has no legal grounds to sue us. Number 1. Number 2, to even throw that out there, which I'm pretty sure they all know that they have no legal standing. The best they can do is send a cease and desist letter. And fine, I will cease and desist from sharing your lies. Um, but like at the same time, just to say that to an audience insinuates that we did something that was so bad and egregious that there could be legal ramifications from that, which is false. I mean, if she really wanted to go the distance, like you're gonna sue over that, like really, like you can sue anyone for anything, sure, but that's so insignificant. It's just crazy. Sheena will take this all back within a week. Bet you. I listen. I don't know. Lauren says, when MJ wished a bad car accident on Heather, that's when I gave up on her. She wished a bad car accident on Heather? That's crazy. JP says, so weak to not have the balls to say shit under their own name. At least when I talk my shit, I shoot my shot not in the dark. I shoot it in broad daylight. You want to see my messy hands? I'll show you my hands are messy. I'm not fake. One thing I'm not is fake. Cassie says, Zach, you really did defend Sheena. I'm disappointed in her. Not only did I defend Sheena, but I defended Sheena and Lala when it was the most inopportune time to defend them. Right? I defended Sheena when everyone was hating on Sheena and trash talking Sheena online, and when it was unpopular to align with Sheena, I defended her always, always. You know, so that's why again, shocked. Zach, have you tried to call or text Sheena? Why would I? Like at this point, why would I? That's somebody that has proven that they have zero loyalty. If they can't even give me a heads up of, hey, by the way, I had MJ on my show. This happened to come up. You know, it's nothing personal. Like that. Sheena literally asked that question and then asked MJ, did they have consent to share your text messages? And MJ didn't answer the question, but Sheena also asked MJ, who's telling the truth? She wanted MJ to pick a side. MJ ultimately didn't pick a side. Which Wanda says, yes, you always defended Lala and Sheena. So sad that she's basically backstabbing you now after all the backlash you got because of defending her. But listen, I defended her not because I think she's my bestie. I defended her because I was on her side. You know, I was like, I've met her. I think she's a really nice, sweet person. That's the things. It's like I've been so nice to both MJ and Sheena and been very nice to Kiki Monique. So for her to even weigh in on all of this and laugh at the potential threat of suing me and Adam was also wild and egregious to me for her to participate in that. But like, did you text Scheana to confront her? No, I didn't. I didn't. I thought about it and I didn't. And I don't think I have any intention of doing it. Oh yeah, I remember that Heather McDonald thing with MJ. That was dark. So she wished Heather McDonald get into a car accident. You have a lot of integrity, which is rare, unfortunately, especially in entertainment. Listen, if I'm going to take a shot, you're going to see that I took a shot. If I'm going to talk shit, I'm going to call you out by name. If I'm going to, defend you, then I'll absolutely defend you. Karina, I'm going to see Jacques tonight. I'm going to Teddy and Tamara's live show at the iHeartRadio Theater. Jacques is going to be there. Donna Bowling's going to be there too. I'm going to see Donna. Donna Bowling. I'm going to see a lot of my friends there. Eva says, do they have psychologists on set of these housewives and reality shows to test them prior to being on the show? I don't know. You are straightforward and always have been. Thank you, Sharon. I've always been straightforward. 100%. I've always kept it 100%. Even when it was unpopular too, right? When I was defending Erica Jane, when I was defending Lala, I've always kept it 100. Even with Tamara, right? With the autism stuff, I was like, I really like Tamara. And the fact that I have to call her out about this, like I'm conflicted. But guess what? Tamara and I we've moved past that. I'm seeing her tonight at her live show. I'm happy to go and support her. Is she popular right now? Absolutely not. If I cared about my reputation and doing the popular thing, I wouldn't be going to tonight's show. But I like Teddy and I like Tamara, and I'm going to go to support them. Danny says, I hope tonight is fun and therapeutic after the last couple of weeks you've had. My goodness. I mean, my goodness. Sharon says, you are 100%, and it's why I enjoy my time with you. Well, thank you. So this is glad to hear you're at a good place with Adam. New Year's coming, fresh start. I agree. Eva says, you're a Gemini. All of Geminis I know don't have two personalities. They're straightforward, and you know where you stand with them. Exactly. You always know where you stand with me, whether it's good or bad. I'm not going to be fake and smiling. Well, remember Dorinda when she was like, don't come up. What was the woman's name? She's like, don't come up to me like, hi, Dorinda. She's like, you want to know how I'm doing? Not well, bitch. Not well, bitch. Just like, listen, I don't know if Dorinda's the best person to compare myself to, but you always know where you stand with Dorinda. Oop. I guess Jeff Lewis is going to 2T's tonight, too. This is going to be an interesting night. Interesting night, for sure. Some of us choose loyalty over a quick buck. Yep. Sydney says, love that line. Lives forever rent-free in my mind. Not well, bitch. Whew. Wow, what a crew tonight. OMG. I hope MJ is not going tonight. Or if she is, I would love to see her. I would love to say hi. Do you have anything you would like to say to me? Because you didn't respond to my text messages. And all I did was send her the screenshots of Adam's post from last week. So will Scheana be at the 2T's thing? I don't think so. I don't think Scheana and Teddy and Tamara are friends. I don't know, because Sheena's had Shannon on her podcast, and Sheena's never been on 2T's to my knowledge. Jeff Lewis goes, and then MJ shows up because they're close. I don't know. I don't know who I'm seeing tonight, other than I know my friend Jacques is going and my friend Donna's going. Danny says, can you do a members only afterwards tonight or tomorrow? Yes, we can do a members only tomorrow. It's just wild. Wild. Oh, that members only that would happen if they did run into MJ. Wow. I mean, if I do run into MJ, let's hope another story doesn't leak to Dana Wilkie. Someone needs to give Tamara her line back. Is your ass jealous of the shit that comes out of your mouth? Yeah. I thought the way you handled the Erica Jane stuff really showed how you dig below the surface. Lots of respect for how you handled entertainment news and navigate public opinion. Joe says, "Oh, Joe, great, because I have an appointment tonight, so members only tomorrow sounds great." Oh, Joe has a dick appointment tomorrow or tonight. All right, that's all I got to say about this. There we go. Is what it is. You listened to it. You heard the words come out of their mouth. You heard what I had to say about that and to react to that. And I got to eat me some breakfast. I need some protein to calm my cortisol levels. Not paid by anyone says, because of a paycheck, MJ turned on Heather McDonald, not to forget that she made amends with Rex's, who filed a restraining order against her husband. That tells you everything about MJ. I don't know. Lori says, I mean, I have been liking Lisa Rinna on TikTok, so there's always hope. Wanda says, the reason I love you and Donna Bowling is because you are 100% genuinely yourself. See, everybody loves Donna Bowling too. Eva says, deep breathing, 4 in, hold for 4, out for 8. Well, I guess that kind of worked. November 1st special live. All right. Well, that's what I got for you. There's no loyalty up in these streets. I'll tell you that right now. Listen, I'm loyal to those that are loyal to me. And one thing I always am is a real bitch, right? Always going to keep it 100. Always, always, always. I'm glad Adam addressed it on his show too, though. I'm going to go watch that and see what he had to say. Time to chug a bottle of BioRay. Yes. Oh, yes. By the way, guys, if you buy, thank you for that plug, Michelle. Love me some BioRay. They have a new promo right now where if you be sure to use code Zack as the ACK, you'll get 10% off. So use code Zack at BioRay.com. You can buy all their products. You can buy the BioRay Raise line. Go, yeah, if you want to show me something, go BioRay.com. That's what you can do. That's one of my podcast sponsors. Thank you. This is not a sponsored episode. So this was a bonus episode that came out of left field. But listen, I'm not going to do a members only and hide behind a paywall and all that stuff. I'm going to show you, I'm going to give it to you straight. This is all like what should be members only content. And I just give it to you straight because that's who I am. Karina says, what about you and Shock doing a new podcast together? I already have 3 podcasts. I love Shock, but I don't think I can do another podcast. I do love and appreciate Shock, though. We talk all the time. I was just telling him about his friend Kiki Monique talking shit about me. So, wait, you and Adam made up? Yes, Adam and I. Well, we squashed our beef. We buried the hatchet. There's no beef between Adam and I. We've decided to cease fire and to just move forward peacefully. Yeah, here we are still talking about the Bourbon Room a year and a half later. Like, that's what I would love. I would love to just like squash the beef with everyone. Be like, it's all good in the neighborhood. Let's all just give each other some love, a pat on the back, breathe, and just move forward. Right? Sydney says, I love that this podcast is an outlet for you and your feelings, always keeping it 100, which is why we love you. Never change. Thank you. I never will. Never have. Been doing this podcast for 9.5 years. Never have. Are you and Adam having Thanksgiving together? Well, let's not get that ahead of ourselves. Now I have a headache. I need to eat. I need some carbs. I need some protein. I need a cocktail. We have the Dodger Parade happening today here in downtown. I got to go worry about that. I actually think you have really good conflict resolution skills. I think I do too. I'm always willing to resolve, as long as people are genuine in their apologies and are willing to take accountability. I take accountability for my shit. I give genuine apologies. So, in 3 years, we'll be talking about next year's international tour. Yes. Oh God. Why? What shit's going to go down on that? Don't riot, Zach. I'm not going to riot. Trust me. Since when does Zach go live on Fridays? How long have I been gone? When there's shit, last week there was shit to talk about, and this week there's shit to talk about. So that's when lives happen. Fridays are my days off. Like, can everybody just chill the fuck out so I can enjoy my days off? Please, please, and thank you. I already know shit's gonna blow up again now that because people are gonna run to Scheana and people are gonna run to Kiki and people are gonna run to MJ. I expect some apologies. I'll tell you that. All right. Have a good weekend, everybody. I think I've added more sauce to the soup enough. Zach, go loot your refrigerator. That sounds great. I feel like I need a beer now. Doesn't that sound good? I'm calling Bill Smith. Nobody needs to talk about Bill Smith. But Bill Smith just got outed. Bill Smith thought Bill Smith was cute. Bill didn't know who they were. At least when I talk my shit, I don't have to hide behind Bill Smith. I still have my follow-up questions for Zach and the members only tomorrow. Well, be sure to save them for the members only, Joe. Okay, let's wrap it up. Thank you guys. I love you guys. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. Sorry to disrupt your Friday with this drama, but it is what it is. I'm always going to defend myself. I'm always going to use my mouth. I'm always going to respond. So yeah. Booyah. Have a good weekend, guys. Bye. Bye.